5 years ago, and storms Dennis and Kira hit the UK, leaving chaos in their wake. In Wales alone, more than 3,000 properties were flooded, leaving hundreds stranded.
Is there anything I can carry?
In the wettest February on record, countless bridges were damaged, flood defences overwhelmed. The South Wales valleys witnessed again a landslip of coal waste.
God, that's bad.
Amid multiple scenes of devastation.
There's nothing left in my house.
Back then, we filmed one street in the Clydach Valley where the water rose above head height and some had to swim to safety. Like Becky Chadwick, told afterwards her insurance didn't cover storms.
One person came down and she said to me, she knocked the door and she said, "Here's £80 for you because I know you've got nothing."
This is where I was.
Bits.
You were in bits.
Yeah, I was here crying, if you remember.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, that's where I was sat 5 years ago, this weekend, really. And yeah, okay, I got my house back, but I don't have my life back.
She's not alone.
The current took me in the direction of the river, and my feet managed to touch the wall, and I was able to kick off and swim back. If I hadn't done that, I would have gone over there into the river, and that would have been the end of me. I would have been down through the tunnel.
How high did the water level get in the end here?
It was a metre, which is higher than my hand, but there.
Yeah. Clydach Terrace lies within a narrow valley. Still just a single shallow wall between them and the river. They live in constant fear of another big storm.
It's like playing Russian roulette when it rains. You're hearing that click constantly on the side of your head. It's 12, 14, 15 times a year we get an alert. We move all our furniture upstairs, the children go upstairs, the pets got to go upstairs. And you imagine being taken to the worst level of your anxiety 15 times a year.
And there we are, there's my car.
Alison Linehan lives a few doors up from Paul.
Do you sometimes sort of have flashbacks to what happened?
Yeah. I have nightmares now and again. I do have nightmares now and again, thinking I'm in it. And I'm like, oh my God, I wake up in a cold sweat.
That you're in the...
I'm in the river. I'm in literally in the water. Because I was in the water when I had to walk out.
A trauma therapist said some he met here recently reported classic symptoms of PTSD. Sandbags on standby are ever-present reminders. Like the walls in this house, still bare, the floor carpetless, 5 years on, the new owner didn't want to appear on camera. He says he can't afford to decorate, so this has been abandoned effectively and he's living upstairs. And he also says that he was quoted a premium for buildings insurance, and that was £3,500. Here you see inequalities deepened yet further, and many feeling trapped by uncertainty over the future. Natural Resources Wales, a government agency, has yet to signal a preferred option, including either to build flood defences or, remarkably, try to buy out the residents and demolish the street entirely. Becky, like everyone here, is desperate for a decision. When you think about the possibility of another flood, what's your worst fear? What goes through your mind?
That one of us is going to die this time. All we want is a solution to our problem, either one way or the other. They build us a wall or they let us go and let us live.
You've been working all your life. You're a proud man, created a life for yourselves here. How difficult is it for you to talk about what this has done to you?
Sometimes it's hard. Yeah, very hard sometimes.
Because it's been relentless?
There's no light at the end of the tunnel at the moment for us.
Natural Resources Wales told us they'd already removed shoal from the river, but developing a long-term scheme they said is complex. Their report to the Welsh Government is due this spring. Do you not think it is unacceptable that it's taken this long to get to this point? It's 5 years.
Listen, I wish we could get there sooner. Clydach Terrace is one of many examples throughout Wales.
But you have overall responsibility.
And we have protected now well over 200,000 properties throughout Wales of many, many people. We are at record levels of spending. Would I want to see these resolved sooner? Of course I would. If I was one of those residents, I'd want to see it resolved as soon as possible. But when we get the business case now this spring, then we can see what the solutions, what the options are.
You've been here 50 years.
Yeah, 50.
What if they did say to you that everyone's going to have to go and they're going to demolish the street?
Very, very hard because, like I said, you've got to restart. And like I said, at my age, it's too much.
In Wales, only here are they contemplating removing the residents. But how many more communities like this in the future will face similar hard choices? Before we left, this 9-year-old told me he's already lived through 2 floods on the street now, the last in November Storm Bert. They're all too familiar with climate predictions here, so they watch and they wait for the next big storm.